Hi everyone. I'm hoping we're live. I'm checking my phone. Oh, there we go. It says I'm live. Yay. Okay. Thank you guys so much for your patience. This new kids aren't back to school till next week is throwing me off just a little bit because I thought I'd have the day to myself, but I don't, and it's okay. So welcome to 2022. I am so excited to craft with you guys this year. There's so many fun things already that I am so excited to show you, and I know that Stamping Up will have even more in store for us as the year goes on. So if you guys watch my episodes weekly, I didn't do one last week simply because I was enjoying the little break between Christmas and New Year's so that I could spend time with the hubby and my boys. And it was wonderful. So I hope you guys all had a delightful Christmas break and maybe got some crafting in, maybe just got some rest and family time, and that's okay. So welcome to anyone who is watching live. My comments aren't really showing up live on my screen, so that's okay. If you have questions, I will definitely get back to you. And if you need a catalog or you need to reach out for any reason, please feel free to just comment or even send me a private message. Totally up to you. So, today is a very exciting day because it is not only the start of our new January to June mini catalog, it is the start of our Sale A Bration promotion as well. So, today I can officially open these up on camera. The fun part, I had this bookmarked for a reason. There we go. The fun part about Sale A Bration, if this is new to you, is we have a whole flyer full of freebies that you can get if you spend $60, or there's a couple things that you can get when you spend $120. So as I'm flipping through things, you're probably getting excited about a few ideas and just kind of the wheels are turning to see what you might want to get for free. This is a 120. Just look for this little icon. There's one that has 120, one that says 60. That'll tell you the difference. I also am more than happy to walk you through anything that you're interested in and help you maximize your orders, okay? So those are the freebies that you can get with any purchase. So let's say you're ordering product through me so that you can get one of my classes for free. You can pick these out when your order reaches those totals. Now, let's say your order is over $200. You and I have to chat because not only do we have a great starter kit promotion, which you can pick out 165 worth of stuff, paying only 135, plus you get 2 free stamp sets. There's some great perks for continuous discounts with that too. So that's you and I chatting if you have a giant order. Let's say you and a couple friends want to go in on an order together and you make it over $200. That's fantastic. Oh, they didn't do the hostess chart. Okay. $200 means $20 free. Okay, so 10% of your order total after $20 you get free. So you'll automatically get that. But if you reach this beauty here, this is at the 375 mark, you get this host set absolutely free on top of all the Sale A Bration items you're already getting. Okay, so keep that in mind if you are putting together your wish list, or you have a couple friends that you know that you're like, hey, let's go in together, let's get this freebie, that freebie, and share a few things. If you're part of my monthly club, this is something that we are going to earn together this month. So I automatically just put all of your names into a draw. Everyone who orders over $35 this month, we go into a draw and we see who wins this set, okay? If we win more freebies, your names get drawn for more freebies. So as I'm mentioning monthly club, if you're in Canada, I can mail kits anywhere here. They are free with a $35 order from my website at the bottom of the page, and I can send that to you. There is a video recording if you can't make the live video on the second Tuesday of the month, but if you can, then it's really fun to craft with us. So this guy is right behind me. There are so many goodies in here, and I don't want to go over everything with you today because I'm going to kind of touch on the catalog at my monthly club. If you need a copy, there's lots on my porch if you're here in Edmonton. Like I said, if you're elsewhere, send me a message and I can pop one in the mail for you so that you can shop from it. But I have this in front of me because I want to show you one of the bundles that I'm just so excited about because I just love rainbows. Okay, so this is the bundle that we are featuring today in our Show Me How It's Done video. One thing about the catalog that I love is they've got not only the picture of the stamp, they show you the dies, they show you that 10% discount, but they give you project ideas right off the bat. So you can copy some of those, or you can look for videos like this one and figure out other ideas to do. So one thing that I love about this bundle, look at this price, $60.25. Let's remember, every $60 I spend, I get a freebie right now. So why don't I open up my Sale A Bration brochure and pick the Sunshine and Rainbows paper. So this would be a $15.75 value plus shipping and tax that you are getting for free in order to play with this entire bundle. Okay? Another optional add-on is going to be this cloud punch that you see down here. And ignore my little writing. So I'm in Alberta. What I do with my catalogs is I sit here and I calculate how much shipping and GST would be. So I've taken the $24 price that they give me and I've added shipping and GST so that I know, okay, if I'm buying this, it's going to work out to $27.72. So ignore my little writing if you're wondering what that is. Cloud Punch will come into play later on in today's video, so keep that in mind. But here is just your little idea. You can of course get any freebie you want, but this, for the projects I'm doing today and for the future, will be a really good idea for you. So before I show you what we're doing today, I also need to mention to you that I accidentally printed these off saying fall, so ignore that part. My winter calendar is now posted on Lauren's Scraplot. I will have signups for my bingo as well as the Rainbow of Happiness specialty class in February. Those will be available today later on for you to sign up for. So I'm mentioning this on the video because you're going to fall in love with this and then you're probably going to want to keep playing. So you should sign up for this Rainbow of Happiness specialty class. It's $25 or free with a $60 order. I highly suggest you order this bundle if you don't own it. So I give you the option because I know some of you will have ordered it already to only pay the class fee. However, if you order the bundle, the class is entirely free. And so that's a really big benefit to you. You're saving $25. And you also receive a free Sale A Bration item of your choice, which could be this paper. That has to come through me, okay? All the registration info will be there. I'm talking about this now because if you sign up in the next 2 weeks, usually I give you 3 to 4 projects. I haven't designed them all, so depending on their level of difficulty, 3 to 4 projects. If you sign up in the next 2 weeks, I will give you 2 of each of the projects that we're getting. So instead of making 1 card of one design, you will get the supplies for 2 cards of that design. So you will end up with either 6 or 8, depending on my designs. Cards, exact same price, but you have to register in the next 2 weeks. That also is going to go for this surprise prize bingo. We are doing 10 rounds of bingo, plus I always have 2 make and takes for you. If you sign up in the next week, then you will get 2 sets of the projects. So 1 for you, 1 to give away. So it's a nice bonus. It's absolutely free, just an early bird little perk for you. Some of you have registered for this already, and you will be getting double the amount of projects so long as we're squared up. So make sure we're squared up, okay? So look for all this or message me and I will email this to you if you need it. Okay, enough chattering, Lauren. Let's get crafting. Okay, here is my beautiful stamp and die set that we're going to use today. The only die that I'm actually pulling out to use on our projects is this little rainbow. And look, it's all connected. You don't have to line them up. So great. Okay, we're going to put him aside. And the first card we're going to make is just a beautiful, simple note card. So if you wanted, you could sit here and take your Melon, Mambo, Bumblebee, Granny Apple Green, and Bermuda Bay cardstocks from the shelf And you could cut out those 4 layers. You would end up with 4 different rainbows that you could then use on other projects depending on the coordination that you did. However, if you would like to make your life easy, you are going to grab our full pack of the Sunshine and Rainbows paper. This is the full one. You can see how nice and thick it is. This is my one that I've been playing with a lot. You're going to look for the piece that has all the rainbows on it. Okay? So now this piece is going to come in handy. I have a couple of them started, but I wanted you to see. Here's the full one. You can get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 full rainbows. And then you can also use these partial ones on the side. So 7, 8, 9, 10. These ones, unfortunately, you could do like the 3 inner rings and then just cut yourself the Melon Mambo if you want. Kind of fall apart. But anyways, so what I've done is I have actually taken one of my sheets. I started just cutting the rainbows out, and then I had to sit there with the glue on the back of them and attach them each to the card. So with my adhesive sheets instead, I ended up cutting a 5 1/4 by 6 inch adhesive sheet and putting it on the back so that I turned these rainbows into nice little stickers. So that's what I'm going to do for our projects. I didn't put adhesive on the top here because that's kind of a waste because I'm not using these rainbows right now. I might in the future, but that's okay. I also could use this pretty cloud background for something else. Okay, so adhesive sheets will be your best friend with this project. Now, if you'd like to follow along, I should talk a little bit more. If you'd like to follow along with me today, we're going to make 4 cards using the exact same card base size. So this card base is a little different, but I have made it 5 1/2 by 6 1/2 by 5 1/2 with a score mark down the middle at 3 1/4. And you'll see why come card number 3 or 4. So here's my first card base. I'm going to just fold that in half and set this to the side because I don't need it for the moment. What I do need is my fancy dancy cut and emboss machine. Okay, so I'm going to put my rainbow piece of paper onto the machine. I'm going to line up the die. If you're really worried that it'll move, you can go ahead and put some tape across, but it actually, you can see, it has a little bit more color than what we're cutting out, so you should be good. So put your die over top of this spot, add your little plate, and this is going to be fun because I'm rolling sideways. There we go. There. We're going to have, don't need that right now, a nice little set of stickers. Okay, so there's 1, there's 2, there's 3, there's 4. So here are my little pieces. I'm going to start putting them on the card front. I like to just keep this flat so that it's not popping out at me. Keep in mind those adhesive sheets, some of them have a little break in them, so you might have to take 2 parts off your sticker. And this is going right on my card like so. Okay, next is going to be my Bumblebee. And the fun part with these dies is you can cut out any colors you want. I'm just highlighting the ones that are in the paper because it all coordinates together. So when you're putting your rainbow together, you'll just want to make sure that the bottoms of the rainbow are on the same level pretty much. And then the top will have kind of an appropriate gap for you. There's number 3. And there's number 4. Okay, so there is my adorable little rainbow. but I wanted a stamp. So instead of doing my stamp just with one color of ink, I thought it would be fun to match the word happy to the different colors that are in my said rainbow. So I'm going to just kind of put that there so he stops opening. If you own the Stampin' Write markers, these can actually write on stamps, if you guys didn't know. So I'm going to grab 5 colors. The Misty Moonlight is just my basic color here that I'm using. And then I grabbed the 4 colors that match the rainbow. So Bumblebee, Granny Apple Green. I think I have Magenta Madness here for some reason. You should have Melon Mambo and Bermuda Bay. So let me swap this one out. There we go. Okay, so you're gonna have to work quickly because you don't want your ink to dry very much. But with the fat side of your marker, just scribble all over the letters that you want that color to be. So you can't really see my yellow that much, and that's okay. It is on there. So now before you put this onto the card, you're gonna huff on it, which I know is not COVID friendly, but so that it gets nice and moist. And then you're going to stamp it on your card. So that gives you a nice little rainbow look for your letters. So here is card number 1, all finished and beautiful. You can make these in any color you want. And like I said, if you wanted to go ahead and cut this out of the paper, the next time you would maybe have a Bumblebee top and, you know, the Granny Apple Green second, Bermuda Bay, then Mango Melody. So it's totally up to you, or Magenta, sorry, which one you use. It doesn't matter whether you use the designer paper or your cardstock. But let's say you're looking at this and you're like, well, I love it, but I want to keep playing because, hey, there is so many fun papers. So let's flip through this and let our eyes pop at this piece, which is covered in clouds because it's so fun. So you're going to take your cloud punch and you're going to sit here and cut out a bunch of clouds. So make sure to cut out those partial clouds too, because you can still use them. You might have to get into the punch, start ripping off some of those edges. But you've got 2 clouds, 3 clouds, 4, 5. I am doing all of them because I need them for different projects today. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think I can get 12 out of this, including my partials. 11 and 12. Here we go. Okay, so there is my pile of clouds. And I'm going to just move this one aside. That's my original. And I'm going to add some clouds now instead so that I can make this little card here. Okay, so simply by grabbing some of my partial pieces, you can kind of lay them out however you'd like. You can make a really fun assortment of clouds. So you can attach them straight on with tape if you want, or what I like to do is just pop these up on dimensionals so that they kind of come off the page a little bit. Gives the illusion that they are floating in the sky. Okay, so you're gonna have part of your cloud on the card and part of it will hang off. And we're gonna cut those extras in a minute here. Okay, so I could have just totally redone the card. So this is card number 2. I'm just continuing on so you don't have to watch me cut this and draw that again, because you will later. All right. And see, this is one of those partial clouds that's coming in handy. I'm now going to grab some scissors, turn my paper over, and you just cut that extra little bit right off. Oops, dropping everything. There we go. Okay, and last. Okay, so now I have a fun little card, but I might want to bling it up a little. So I'm going to grab some of my clear and silver epoxy shapes. These are kind of the frosted looking circles. And I'm just going to add 3 of them to the design. Okay, and I'm going to try and block my window just a second. Maybe better? At least better for you guys. There you go. Okay, so here is card number 2, where we've played with a few of our little clouds, and we've now made an adorable looking card. Okay, so I'm not going to demonstrate card number 3 because it is very much the same, except for the fact that when I put my rainbow on, I did not put it on with the stickies. Instead, I used the piece that didn't have the adhesive on the back here, and I'm going to pop these pieces up on dimensionals. So there's such a small space that what I do suggest to you is take your small mini dimensionals and cut them in half. These tiny little pieces now will be perfect to go around your rainbow. Okay, so I didn't do anything different in design. All I did was I popped up the rainbow so it came off of the page, and then I added the clouds from there. So I don't really know if you can see the difference that well on camera. Maybe you can just kind of maybe see it from the side, but it does add a little bit of dimension when you're looking at it. So it's completely up to you whether you're happy with the flat rainbow or if you do want it popping out a little bit at you. Okay, so then my last card, these 3 are kind of like an easy progression. You can see where I'm getting my ideas from. But now my last card, I wanted to do something a little bit different. I thought it would be fun to cut my white paper with a rainbow and then see what designer paper looked behind it. Okay, so I'm going to fold this and we're going to make this fun little card where instead of a rainbow that is popping out with cardstock, I'm using designer paper in the background to give me my color. You could use a solid color if you want, or you can just pick randomly one of our scraps from the paper packs. Okay, so to do this, you are going to need to grab your machine once more. We're going to put our white piece down on the platform, and then the rainbow piece is going here. This one is going to make your life a little easier because you don't have to sit here attaching tiny rainbow pieces. You're just cutting this through once. Okay. Okay. Always awkward. There we go. Perfect. There's my little rainbow. probably could save these pieces if I wanted to, if I had a project in mind. But for now, I'm going to be bad and just put them to the side. Okay, so if you'll remember, we're going to add our sentiment the exact same way. So I'm going to just do that very quickly, coloring on top of the majority of the letters, and then saving the word happy for my rainbow color scheme. There we go. Puff. And put that on here. Okay, so it is completely up to you what paper you decide you want for the background. So what I ended up doing is, where's my card? There we go. Ignore the inside. I put the rainbows on upside down. I wanted this rainbow facing the right way on the inside of my card, but I didn't really like the solid green that was on the back of it. This one here. Okay, I didn't want a solid green rainbow. I loved the look of this colored piece here, but I am using it for another project, so I didn't really want to afford a whole piece of it for the inside of my card. So what I did was I just cut myself a teeny tiny little piece that is 3 inches long and 2.5 inches. So that will fit over top here. What I'm going to do is on the back of my rainbow, I'm just going to put a little bit of tape where the paper will touch. So that's going to be bottom of my rainbow and the top and side. Okay, doesn't have to be much, and it doesn't have to cover this area. I'm just going to put my paper down here. If you care what colors are showing, you're going to just adjust this a little bit before laying the paper down. Okay, like so. So I've got a fun little rainbow on the back, but unfortunately I've got kind of an ugly little paper now on the inside. So what I'm going to do, and I unfortunately overlapped the middle a little here, so nobody's going to see this. Just trimming that off. I'm going to take a piece of designer series paper and make myself a center fold of the card. Okay, so you can use this rainbow piece. Maybe this time we'll try something different and we'll try this multicolor piece. This guy is going to be cut at 6 inches by 5.25. You're putting a score mark at 3 inches. That's why this card is a little funny, because I wanted to maximize this designer series paper for this card. Okay, so before you do anything, you can go ahead and put adhesive on the front and back of this paper, so it doesn't matter which one you do first. Whatever pattern is showing on the inside, that's going to be what you see. Whatever I'm putting tape on, that is going to end up being paper that you do not see, which is kind of sad. I guess this polka dot would make a really cute rainbow too. You could skip this little step and just use the back of this rainbow piece if you needed to. Okay, so take the adhesive backing off of one side. Do it one at a time. Okay, you're going to put this onto your card with this edge lined up almost to the center crease. Don't put it over it. Don't put it right on top. Just put it almost right beside, and then make sure you've got a little bit of a border on the top, the right, and the bottom. Okay, put that into place, and then you can take the adhesive off of this side and fold this piece over top of this one right here. Okay, so I've got a fun little book in here. If I've got something as bold as this pattern, you're probably going to want to cut yourself a little strip of white so that you can draw on that. Or you can use one of our rectangle dies, for instance, and just cut one of those pieces. I think I have a die here. There we go. Here's one stitch rectangle I was using for example. You could just cut a piece of white paper with this stitched rectangle so you have something to print on, and then really fun inside look. Okay, to finish off this card, of course, let's add our clouds. Just off the edge there. And a card like this is perfect for using all of those edge pieces. This was another one where I don't really like the top, so I'm just going to move it over slightly, and then nobody will be the wiser that it was actually only a partial piece. Okay, so I've got some pieces here. I've got actually this nice edge piece that I had previously cut off. Could add that to the top. You just really want to make sure to use your scraps because they are very limited. Okay, you can get more cards if you just take the time to think about where you can put different pieces. Okay, and then finishing off with our gems because they're great. Once again, adding those to the bottom here, top, and voila! So here is your fun little card made with a very different technique. And then your 3 progressive cards where you've got the flat, the cloud, and the dimensional to make a fun little rainbow set. So this will be, of course, a set you can make simply by buying the Rainbow of Happiness bundle and coordinating designer paper. And we will be definitely making some really, really fun cards at my rainbow class too. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I hope you're excited about what's coming out. And if you want to see more of what is coming up, continue watching these videos and consider signing up for my monthly card class. That is the second Tuesday of the month, and I will mail you or leave you a kit. You do have to pay shipping, which is about $2 if you're outside of Edmonton, but you can get your hands on something and follow along with me. So thanks for joining me. Make sure to like and subscribe to my channel so you can see all the newest videos, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.